Welcome to Law Made Simple, where we decode legal concepts for everyday clarity. Today's topic is partition suits, how to legally divide ancestral property in India. In joint families, property disputes are common and often emotionally charged. A partition suit is a civil remedy that ensures fair division among rightful heirs. It applies when ancestral property hasn't been formally divided or was done unfairly. This episode will guide you through the process, laws, and real-life scenarios. We'll explain what qualifies as ancestral property and how shares are calculated. You'll learn what to do if property was secretly divided or sold without your consent. We'll also explore how personal laws, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, affect your rights. The goal is to empower you with legal knowledge and preventive strategies. We'll reference key laws like the Civil Procedure Code, 1908, and Hindu Succession Act, 1956. Whether you're facing a dispute or planning ahead, this explainer is for you. Stay with us as we break down each step in simple, actionable terms. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's begin by understanding what ancestral property really means. Because justice starts with awareness, and awareness starts here. We're here to make law accessible, one episode at a time. Let's dive into the basics and build from there. This is Law Made Simple, your legal companion. Let's get started. Ancestral property is a unique legal category in India. It refers to property inherited up to 4 generations without a will. The key condition is that it must remain undivided to retain its ancestral status. In Hindu law, co-partners, typically sons and daughters post-2005, share equal rights. This includes land, houses, or financial assets passed down through the male line. Section 6 of the Hindu Succession Act, 1956 governs these rights. After the 2005 amendment, daughters are also considered co-partners. This means they have equal rights from birth, not just after the father's death. If the property was sold or gifted without your knowledge, you may still have a claim. Understanding this concept is the foundation for filing a partition suit. It helps you identify whether the property qualifies and who the rightful heirs are. Many families assume informal division is enough, but legally, it's not. Unless there's a registered partition deed or court decree, the property remains undivided. This opens the door for legal action if your share was denied. We'll now explore when and how to file a partition suit. Because knowing your rights is the first step to protecting them. Let's move to the legal triggers and procedural steps. Stay tuned as we simplify the process for you. This is Law Made Simple, your guide to legal clarity. Let's continue. You can file a partition suit when ancestral property remains undivided. If you've been denied your rightful share, the law is on your side. Secretive divisions, forged documents, or informal arrangements don't hold up legally. The absence of a registered partition deed is a strong ground for filing. Even if some heirs agree, lack of consensus makes the suit valid. Disputes among siblings or extended family often trigger these cases. Order 20 Rule 18 of the Civil Procedure Code, 1908 outlines the legal framework. It allows the court to divide property equitably among all rightful heirs. You don't need to wait for consent, your birthright is enough. The suit ensures transparency and legal enforcement of your share. It also prevents future disputes and protects against property fraud. If you suspect foul play or exclusion, act promptly. Delay can weaken your claim or allow others to sell the property. We'll now explore real-life scenarios where property was divided without consent. These examples will help you identify red flags and take action. Because legal awareness isn't just about knowing, it's about doing. Let's look at what happens when you're left out of the loop. This is Law Made Simple, your legal toolkit. Let's move forward. Let's explore what happens when ancestral property is divided without your knowledge. One common scenario is a secret sale by a sibling or relative. Sometimes, a forged partition deed is created to show fake consent. Property may be gifted or transferred without informing all stakeholders. You might receive an undervalued share or be excluded entirely. If no public notice was issued or no court decree obtained, it's legally questionable. Section 61 to 65 of the Indian Evidence Act, 1872 help prove forgery or lack of consent. You can challenge such actions with documentary evidence and witness testimony. Even if years have passed, the law allows you to reclaim your share. But timing and documentation are critical, don't delay. If you suspect manipulation, consult a lawyer and gather records. Bank statements, mutation records, and property tax receipts can be useful. You can also file for cancellation of fraudulent deeds. The court may appoint a commissioner to inspect and report on the property. This ensures a fair and transparent division. We'll now explore how personal laws affect your rights. Because religion plays a key role in inheritance rules. Let's understand the differences across Hindu, Muslim, and Christian laws. This is Law Made Simple, your legal compass. Let's continue. Inheritance laws in India vary by religion, and it's crucial to know which one applies to you. Hindus follow the Hindu Succession Act, 1956, which includes the concept of coparcenary. This means sons and daughters, after the 2005 amendment, have equal rights in ancestral property. Muslims follow the Muslim Personal Law, Shariat, Application Act, 1937, which is based on Quranic principles. There's no concept of coparcenary in Islam, and shares are fixed based on relationship and gender. Muslim heirs receive specific portions, and property is divided immediately after death. Partition suits are rare under Muslim law, but disputes over share calculation can still arise. Christians follow the Indian Succession Act, 1925, which emphasizes testamentary succession. If a will exists, it governs the division; if not, property is divided equally among legal heirs. There's no concept of ancestral property under Christian law, it's treated as self-acquired. Mixed-faith families or interreligious marriages may require special legal attention. In such cases, courts examine the deceased's religion and applicable succession law. Understanding your personal law helps you file the correct suit and claim your rightful share. It also determines whether daughters, widows, or adopted children are eligible heirs. For Hindus, the concept of coparcenary is central; for Muslims and Christians, it's not. Legal strategy must align with religious law to avoid dismissal or delays. If you're unsure which law applies, consult a lawyer or refer to family records. The court will ask for proof of religion, family tree, and property history. Knowing your legal framework is half the battle in property disputes. Let's now move to the actual process of filing a partition suit in civil court. Filing a partition suit begins with drafting a plaint that clearly outlines the property in question. You must file it in the appropriate civil court with territorial and pecuniary jurisdiction. Attach all relevant documents, ownership records, revenue extracts, and mutation entries. List every legal heir and coparcener, even if they're not currently disputing the property. Include a valuation report and, if possible, a property map to aid the court's understanding. The court may appoint a commissioner to inspect the property and submit a report. This helps in physical division or sale if partition by metes and bounds isn't feasible. The suit must be framed under Section 9 and Order 20 Rule 18 of the Civil Procedure Code, 1908. You can also request interim relief to prevent sale or transfer during the proceedings. If the property is mortgaged or under litigation, disclose it up front. Transparency strengthens your case and avoids delays. Once the suit is admitted, notices are issued to all parties. They must respond with written statements, admitting or denying claims. The court then frames issues and begins trial, examining evidence and witnesses. If the property is indivisible, the court may order sale and distribute proceeds. If divisible, it will pass a decree specifying each party's share. This decree must be executed through a separate application. The process may take time, but it ensures legal clarity and enforceability. Let's now understand how shares are calculated and what factors influence them. This is Law Made Simple, your legal guide to fair division. Calculating shares in a partition suit depends on the number of copartners. Each copartner is entitled to an equal share, regardless of age or income. If a copartner has passed away, their legal heirs inherit their portion. This includes children, spouse, and in some cases, parents. The Hindu Succession Amendment Act, 2005 made the process gender neutral. Daughters now have equal rights as sons in ancestral property. Section 6 of the Act ensures this equality from birth, not just after the father's death. Property valuation is crucial, it determines the monetary worth of each share. Valuation must be current and based on market rates, not outdated estimates. The court reviews all documents and may appoint a valuer or commissioner. If the property includes agricultural land, tenancy laws may also apply. In urban areas, municipal records and circle rates are considered. The final share is determined by the court after hearing all parties. If parties agree, the court may record a compromise and pass a consent decree. Otherwise, it issues a judgment and decree based on evidence. This decree is binding and can be executed through the court. If someone refuses to vacate or transfer, execution proceedings can be initiated. Knowing how shares are calculated helps you prepare your claim accurately. Let's now look at preventive steps to avoid future disputes. This is Law Made Simple, your legal partner in property matters. Prevention is better than litigation, especially in property matters. The first step is to register your partition deed under Section 17 of the Indian Registration Act, 1908. Unregistered deeds may be challenged and lack legal enforceability. Keep property records updated, mutation, tax receipts, and ownership entries. Communicate openly with all heirs to avoid misunderstandings. If you suspect manipulation, monitor property transactions and file objections promptly. Issue public notices before any sale or transfer to ensure transparency. This protects against secret deals and fraudulent claims. Consider mediation before going to court, it's faster, cheaper, and often more amicable. Mediation centers are available in most district courts and legal aid offices. If a family settlement is reached, get it notarized and registered. This makes it legally binding and prevents future challenges. Educate your family about legal rights and documentation. Many disputes arise from ignorance, not malice. Digital tools like property apps and online records can help track changes. If minors are involved, seek court permission before dividing their share. For NRIs, ensure power of attorney is properly executed and attested. Preventive steps save time, money, and relationships. Let's now wrap up with a quick recap and final advice. This is Law Made Simple, your shield against property disputes. Partition suits are a powerful legal tool to protect your rightful share in ancestral property. Understanding what qualifies as ancestral property is the first step. Know your personal law, Hindu, Muslim, or Christian, as it shapes your rights. File your suit with complete documentation and clarity. Watch out for secret divisions, forged deeds, and undervalued transfers. If you've been excluded, don't hesitate to act, the law supports you. Educate your family about legal procedures and preventive steps. Transparency and communication go a long way in avoiding disputes. Use registered deeds, public notices, and mediation wherever possible. Stay informed about amendments and legal updates that affect succession. If you're unsure, consult a lawyer or legal aid center. This episode was designed to simplify a complex topic and empower you. We hope it helps you make informed decisions and assert your rights. For more such explainers, subscribe to Law Made Simple. Like, share, and help others understand their legal options. Your support helps us reach more people and build legal awareness. Let's make justice accessible, one video at a time. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more. This is Law Made Simple, your legal companion. Until next time, stay informed and stay empowered.